This is Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the May 2nd meeting of the Michigan City Port Authority Commission. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Good evening. Welcome to the Michigan City Port Authority Board of Directors meeting of May 2nd. So I have approval or correction to the April 18th meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion we approve.
I'll second that.
Reports from the Harbor Master.
Whoa, we gotta vote.
Oh, so all in favor for the minutes.
Aye.
Sorry. Reports from the Harbor Master.
All right. As Socrates mentioned earlier, our new assistant of operations, Brian Jackson, is back there. He comes to us from North Carolina. We spent the day touring the place, explaining how everything works. So far, I don't think I've scared him too bad. So we're glad to have him. Over the weekend, we had a fishing tournament. We'll have more numbers later, but basically 34 boats were overnight rental related to the fishing tournament. Previously, I had talked about the possibility or a request from one of our boaters that we look at having AED devices in the marina. So I have a fella coming Friday that deals in AEDs to explain to us the pros and cons of having AEDs. So we'll learn about that on Friday. The latest information I have on our 7800 electrical project, 3 of the cabinets are at MEE in Virginia. That's the company that makes the cabinets. And they expected to go on a truck either last Friday or today. My latest information is we should have those later this week. And Larson Danielson hopes to have them up and running by May 9th, which is next Monday. Now, I did get a message from Colin today mentioning another issue. He didn't go into detail, and I have not connected back to him yet. We've been playing phone tag, so I don't know what may have changed on that, but that's where we are at the moment. The 4th one was supposed to have shipped out of Mexico last week, Tuesday. So hopefully we're making progress on that. Last Wednesday, I believe, we had a power outage down here, which we believe fried the modem for the gas dock, which means that your personal credit card will not work at the gas dock. Nobody's will. So we've been using our internal cash card to service people during regular hours for that. Andrea was here over the weekend. Maintenance was doing it Thursday and Friday. And Oscar Larson, they're the company that maintains that equipment. They were out here all day Friday trying to get it to work, and finally decided that that component is non-functional and they are searching for a replacement. So as soon as they can come up with one, we'll have another one. And I think that's all I have for now, unless anybody has any questions.
We still only have 30 under power on the 800.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did add some temporary lighting on the length of those. So there's a solar powered motion light about every 50 feet
Okay.
that normally is in a dim position, but when you walk past it, it's supposed to brighten up. Well, at least that gives you some pathway lighting for anybody that wants to be out there anyway. And the water is on the 800 dock now. So all the water in the marina is on. We still have the city wall to play with a little bit. But the water is all on where it needs to be on.
Yeah. The 4th electrical box, you told us last meeting which one that would,
It'll
where
be
it's,
the front half of the 700.
okay, is that going to, when we get the other 3 in and installed, will that affect the back half of the 700?
Yeah, the back half should be functional at that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just to note that I was on the 800 at 9 o'clock on Friday, and those lights seemed to light it up real well. So I didn't do the 3 o'clock in the morning tour, so to see if they were still effective. But I did get at 9 o'clock at night, and it was lit up pretty well. So
That was quite an electrical storm we had one night. Was that the one that blew the?
No,
Okay,
that was Saturday, I think,
I can't remember.
Friday. But Wednesday morning, the generator was running. We didn't have any power. Don't know why. NIPSCO was out here driving around. They had it going within about 2 or 3 hours, and we started having trouble with the gas dock right after that.
Okay.
Is there any way we can protect those ducks? And
We can see what we can find out. Maybe, I don't know. It may be unrelated to that. It's just coincidental that the power was out and then the thing wanted to quit taking. It has all the right blinky lights on it, but it doesn't communicate. So maybe unrelated.
The new software in yet?
No.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
anybody else? Any other questions? Yeah. Reports from the assistant harbor master, Mr. Licky.
As Tim said, that we had the 34 overnight renters for the tournaments in the 2 weeks period. Some stayed a few days, some stayed 9 nights. It's no small feat considering that we lost the 200 slips on the 7 and the 800 dock for all the boaters that are coming in and to do that. Just like with the gas dock, that meant that every purchase that was made out there with our gas card, that an attendant had to come into the office for us to charge that person. So it was quite an eventful time with employees of trying to keep up with everything.
Except, can you keep up at this pace for another couple of weeks?
It'll be better after yesterday, it's better. There's no choice in it.
No,
Yeah.
I understand that.
It'll get, as the weather gets better, it's gonna get rougher at finding the slips for the people that want electric
Okay.
and not to go to 7 and 800 dock. But we're just gonna hope it's all ready to go for Monday and give good thoughts to it.
Exactly.
Wow. Appreciate the update. Thank you.
All right, anything else for Mary Ann? Anybody?
Don't worry about that report.
For budget and financial oversight, Mr. Ferguson.
Thank you, Mr. President. In front of you, you see the bills that need to be paid totaling just under $8,000. They are for $7,978.65. There's nothing on there of any serious significance. And with that said, I'll just make a motion that we pay the bills as stated and go ahead from there.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Any questions? Take a vote to pay the bills. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, no report for claims and insurance unless Mary Ann has anything to put
I
in.
don't have anything.
Okay. Port operations, everything seems to be doing pretty well, especially since we have a new assistant that showed up. That's a big plus.
Amen.
Other than that, I really don't have anything else. So with that said, any questions about anything? All right. Mr. Messina, Board of Communications and Special Events.
I really have not talked to too many of the boaters, so I really don't have anything other than reiterate we did have a tournament the last 2 weekends, with this past weekend being our classic one. Had a real good turnout compared to past years.
Any idea how many fish they hauled in?
How many fish?
Yeah.
No, I usually have that figure, but I didn't hear it usually by weight and number of fish, but I
Yeah,
didn't.
neither.
I didn't hear that figure this year.
Just curious. All right, any questions for Mr. Messina?
when's the next tournament?
When next, really the Shriner probably tournament coming
Yeah,
up
next Thursday and Friday.
next Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, and then on up the lake.
Which one?
Then the next one will be on up the lake.
Oh, okay, yeah, as far as the tournament trail,
Yeah,
yeah, if you
Saint-
follow the tournament trail, we are the first one, and then from here, a lot of the boats go up to St. Joe, I think, to fish, and then South Haven, Grand Haven, all the way up to lake every weekend, there's fishing tournaments.
So how many people do you think will be at this next event? They get a boat count?
Oh, I haven't heard that, those numbers have gone down a lot also, and those are Shriners that come in really from all over the place. And the fish normally that are caught there by the captains and the Shriners that come in are usually cleaned and sent out on freezer trucks to shrine crippled children and burn centers. So they're all donated to a real good cause. But I don't have a number of how many people are coming in yet.
Would make sure we get flyers to those guys about the issue with their gas stock if there's not fixed by then.
About the gas tax?
Yeah,
Well, hopefully it'll
it's-
be up and running. But
Well, I'm just saying, let's be prepared
yeah,
yeah.
if some reason it's not.
good thought. Okay.
So I don't want everybody.
Sam, you had something? Too?
No, it wasn't, it was minor, that's okay.
Okay, I have nothing else.
Any more questions? Are we all good? All right. Master Planning and Special Project Parks Liaisons, Mr. Manor.
I have nothing to report.
Advertising and Public Relations, Ms. Buchanan.
I talked to Terry, and all the sponsorship levels that I discussed at the last meeting were still available. So we sent over the contract and I got signed. So we are now all official with the sponsorship for those events.
Should be exciting this year with a lot of neat things going on.
Oh yeah, that's
Terry's working real hard throughout the city to get this stuff going on, so.
yeah. Washington
Happy
Park's
that we're
gonna be
supporting
definitely popping this summer with events.
Spent all our money.
That's her job.
I put it to good use, I promise.
I know, this prompted conversation.
Oh yeah.
All right, the favorite part of the whole meeting, Mr. Zach Noon, attorney report.
I have nothing new to report. Oh my
Well, that's a good day.
Wow.
All righty, any new business that we need to bring up?
Yes, I'd like Mary Ann to advertise for a meeting. I'd like to call a meeting to discuss a few things with the executive committee. I don't know when y'all could make it, but we have to advertise that, don't we?
If it's
For an executive committee meeting?
that only pertains to personnel and land and real estate.
Or litigation.
Or litigation? No, none of those.
So then I guess it would just be a committee meeting or
It'd be a committee
board meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. When do you guys think you could make it?
Friday I'm available.
Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm part of that. I don't know.
What would be,
Well, what's the executive committee? I mean, it's, we don't have
You're
to.
talking about executive session?
Yeah, an executive session.
Okay, that's like Mary Ann said, if it's litigation, personnel, employment related, or leasing, selling land.
No, we're not gonna do any of those things. It's just a discussion.
So you just want like the operations,
Probably.
yeah.
Pardon?
the operations committee?
Yeah,
You could have a special board meeting, unless you want everybody to attend, but,
A non-public?
no, it could be public.
It would have to be public.
Yeah.
But
So-
committee meetings don't.
Yeah, let's do committee on Friday.
what time?
Me, you and Sam at 10 o'clock.
Are you available?
Maybe you want, yes, sir.
We can do that. And then proceed from there. Anything else, Mr. Mayor?
Nope, that's all.
That's it. Anybody else? Any new business? No? Old business, blue chip and spray point. We haven't had any more information from DNR from anybody, so we're just kind of in a hold pattern. Because really, we're waiting for DNR to give us more of a response on this. Is that correct, or?
Well, what we're waiting for, I think, is an analysis of how much it would cost us to maintain it on a yearly basis.
Right.
How much more insurance is going to be.
Yeah, and we reached out, you reached out to insurance, correct?
No, but I can.
Okay. Might as well get all the
And then the question is Blue Chip going to meet its already existing obligation to
Right.
put that thing back in shape and put a fish cleaning station on it?
Yeah, because we have no interest unless the obligations are met.
Right.
And and if they go back to the DNR and see if they can get it wiped out, the project over, because that's a time. So if we get that killed, that makes it a little bit more lucrative, but until then, really isn't.
How,
Just-
how are we moving on the blue chip thing? I hear discussion here, but I don't know what kind of movement we are as a group making. Is Joe working on something? Is the staff working on something? I'm just not sure. I'm looking for
Well,
clarification.
that's something that's part of the meeting I'd like to call.
Thank you.
We're gonna talk about it then.
Okay, I understand now. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Tabled subjects, bathhouse and cameras. So we have nothing there. And we have no other guests other than Brian, so with that, I'm asking if there's anybody who recommends we adjourn.
I make the motion that we adjourn.
Second, with a comment. Tomorrow's election day. Everybody vote, please, if they haven't already. It's important.
Yep.
With that, we're adjourned.